he wouldn't, he didn't know that.
Yeah.
But, I recognise people who would have been very much part of that casual or scally movement in Liverpool. So you can see that you can have these people that have got very different views on life, on football, but they're the first to kind of help someone out practically.
Yeah.
So you've got these kind of this duality going on, haven't you, really? People will stand up for themselves and they'll also really help their neighbours or their community. You've got that strong sense of, and I think amongst women as well, like I was saying before, it's quite funny, and it just happens to have been like that with my cousin setting that up. They've just happened to all be women. But my mum went to the supermarket the other day and somebody had pushed an old guy over because they said he got too close to them.
Oh my God.
I was in the 70s, and it was the women that women that were like calling this guy out and calling the police. And there's a strong sense of justice, but at the moment it is spilling over into QAnon.
Yeah, it's tough. It's definitely not to go on to some left field topic, but it's definitely a kind of conspiracy theories, like in terms of it's. But
you can see how people find it really difficult, can't you, to want to pick it apart,
Yeah, exactly. I think because anti-establishment can be a really powerful thing, and it can be, it can be an amazing thing, and more often than not, it is a very good thing. But then it can also sometimes, I suppose, encourage conspiracy theories as well, just because of lack of trust in establishments and stuff like that. So
so there's that. So that's going on, which is making it, I think, quite hard. I think it's easier, isn't it, when people can pick a side and people look anti-Tory, and now it's getting a bit like kind of more confused. Genuinely as well. I mean, in terms of politics, when the Tories won, when those first exit polls came in, it was like, oh my God.
It was mental.
It was just, and so it's all the idea that we live in bubbles and social media, and for me geographically, is, I thought at that moment, it's so true. We are all here by ourselves, and in Manchester and in London. It's like, that is it. And we do feel, I sort of think it just confirms that we don't feel part of the rest of the country.
Yeah, totally separated.
It confirmed it totally. And then recently with the Tier 3 thing, I think we felt more connected to Manchester.
Yeah.
But that just kind of confirmed what we have always felt, that we are actually separate.
Yeah. And voted Remain as well when most of the country didn't too. So so I guess something that you kind of hinted on as well is that sense of community as well, and that's something we hear a lot about Liverpool. Is that strong sense of community. Are there any stereotypes about Liverpool that you'd like to challenge?
I mean, the Nike the Nike film, which launched the Home Kiss. I loved the older woman at the end who said it's Nike, not Nike. I mean, that was like so good, but I hated that she had rollers in. It was like I loved it. It was like, oh my God, Nike, not Nike, is perfect. It's like, why did they put rollers in there? No older people walk around with rollers in. That's so in terms of challenging stereotypes, a lot of it personally, professionally, and through friends has been definitely about the accent. I mean, it's so, I don't know if you'll remember, but like for years it was the accent that most employers would trust the least, and they would be less likely to give someone from Liverpool a job. I actually think I think younger people are less bothered about it. definitely